We're live.
We are live.
We got Jake in the hot seat today. Welcome, Jake.
All
right, start off by telling about your relationship with your mother. I'm just kidding. All right, so yeah. All right, so Jake's struggling a little bit with some in-home presentation type stuff, so we're gonna try to dig into a couple of appointments and see if we can't figure out what might be going wrong. Might be nothing. There is something that everybody needs to be aware of called the 20-60-20 rule. You're probably familiar with it. 20% of the appointments you're going to go and just going to close. They're just going to buy. They're going to love you. Easy.
Yep.
20%, I don't care who you are, ain't going to buy. 60% is where we make our money.
Right.
And so I want to see if you're there, what part of that formula you're in there. Speaking of Kyle Cater, I'll call him back. That's a good buddy of mine. Okay. So he says he's getting to think about it. Very common. To hear inside the home. So tell me, let's walk through one of your first appointments.
Okay, so you know what? I didn't bring my other book in here that had my appointments on it with my number breakdown. Can I go grab that?
You can grab it real quick, sure.
I'll grab that. My blue spiral, I need that.
Text Kyle and I'll call him back.
All right. Cool. So this past week, mainly the second time out in the field, 8 appointments, 5 sits, 2 sales pending, I guess is what I would say. Basically,
but no closes?
No closes.
All right, so let's go through the numbers again. How many appointments set?
8.
8 appointments set. Okay,
5.
Sat down with 5.
5.
Didn't close any.
No.
Okay, so really we can go through all 5 if you remember, but what was it? Tell me about the first one that you went to.
So the first one that I went to, the lady was already having, was looking forward to have it set up for her mom, who's 83, but her brother had already set something up, so she didn't want to make anything kind of judgment without his, because her personally, she just had a stroke.
Got it.
So
the brother had already intervened and had set something up already for the mom.
Right. Correct.
All right. I'm not terribly worried about that one.
Yeah.
I mean, you can always look for other opportunities to help your family and stuff like that, but
that's what I did. Went in that aspect and things like that.
Let's move on to the next one though, because I mean that one's.
Did a drop by of an appointment that I missed the day before, and got in there, and then that was one of those pending closes. They didn't have a bank account, so I had to talk with someone in the family that lives in the house about using.
How old were they? Were they over 62? Or were they over 60? I mean,
I think so.
And the only reason I bring it up.
Okay.
And did they have? Do you remember if they had health issues or?
No, not that I know of for herself. The only thing that she had set up was like for money wise was a government credit card.
Perfect. That's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
So we can sell Transamerica with the MasterCard that the government sets up for people on Social Security. There's actually a couple forms in there.
Okay.
That you can actually set it up directly up. You put the MasterCard debit information in there.
Nice.
Yeah. And so you can go back to that one.
Yes.
And just say, hey, I figured out a way. You guys do not have to have a bank account. The reason I was asking how old, if they're sick, I mean, I hate to say it, but poor people are sick people a lot of times. It's just the way it works. And that sounds crazy, but doing this business for 11 years, I'm here to tell you that's pretty much how it works. It's not 100%, but it's enough to say it's a trend.
Right.
Okay. So you wouldn't want to necessarily, if they wanted something like a term, we can't do any kind of, they have to have a bank account.
Right.
But when you get into some elderly people, Transamerica is a great solution for anybody that has that government MasterCard or Social Security MasterCard.
Yeah.
So literally there's like 2 pages. One's the schedule, second one's you fill it out, they sign it, write the number down for the debit card, that's it.
Okay.
And it just drafts. You can get to pick, because the way Social Security pays, it's weird. It's like on the 3rd Tuesday or I don't know,
right.
But it's right there. So you just you ask them, they're like, oh yeah, because they'll know exactly what day they get paid.
Right. Yep.
And it just goes in their card and then it just comes out.
Exactly.
So Transamerican. All right,
cool.
So go to the third one. That one's probably that's a sale though, if you can get back there.
Yeah.
Potential sale.
Yeah, and she was, I guess, going to talk to the family member that was there about using the bank account or something.
Okay.
Like that. Next one. Okay, so this was another guy that I missed from yesterday. Or every time I've gone out, they've had something going on. Finally got to sit down with them, and then they said, basically just give us the weekend to think it over.
All right, so walk me through the appointment on this one.
Okay. Sat down, built rapport.
What y'all talk about?
Family.
Describe them to me first of all, like age.
So
stuff like that, how long they've been together, anything.
So they've been together for close to 10 years.
First marriage or second marriage?
Second marriage.
For each of them?
I believe so.
Should know so.
Okay.
That's important.
Second marriage for the wife, for sure. They had the house that they live in was from her first marriage, so they live in there. They're looking for something to pay off the house if something happened to him.
Why?
That way she wouldn't have to worry about it.
What's it look like if it doesn't happen?
They're both living on disabled and things like that. So
without his income, what happens to her?
They would lose the house.
They would lose it.
Yeah.
Now, where would she live?
Yeah.
Does she have family?
Yeah.
Could she move in with them?
Yeah.
So all these questions, it's probably becoming like real apparent. So there's a couple things. One, you said you built rapport. I don't know if you did.
Yeah.
You didn't even know like if it was both their second marriages,
Mm-hmm.
which and this is common, for a new person, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
You rush past the very first part, like
Right.
it's almost like a foot race to get to pricing because that's the easy mechanical part.
Right.
But we gotta get you to slow down a little bit.
Okay.
And so really get to know them a little bit, dig into their story. And in fact, that's a great term. You could literally say, so what's y'all's story, man? Tell me a little bit about you.
Mm-hmm.
And then, because you're joking a little bit, you're being jovial, and you can really ask them. You dig into it and be like, awesome. So second marriage for you, right, Meredith? Okay. Now what about, is this your first marriage or second marriage too? It's easy. It's not I'm curious. I'm just very curious.
Yeah.
Awesome. Like, how did they meet? Do you know how they met? So you don't know who chased who?
Yeah.
So you're missing a lot of depth.
Yeah.
You didn't make an emotional connection with them.
Yeah.
Which is why they need to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the buying process is real simple. First, they like you.
Mm-hmm.
Then they trust you. That's based on your competency. And then they buy.
Yeah.
But like is built out of you being interested in them and asking them some great questions and getting to know them as people, not insurance prospects.
Right.
Because when you look at them as like with dollar signs in your eyes, you're not going to help anybody.
Yeah.
And I'm not suggesting that's your intent. You're still learning this game. You're still figuring things out.
Mm-hmm.
But you've got to understand how the psychology behind it and why people do what they do or why they react the way they do.
Right.
And with you not knowing anything about them in terms of like second marriages, how they met, who chased who, was it love at first sight?
Yeah.
Like these are some details you really kind of need to get good at digging into.
Mm-hmm.
I had a mentor of mine once. He says, if you really want to be good at small talk, act like a woman. Because women are great at it.
Yeah.
They really are.
Yeah.
It's like if girls, like if you watch my, she's like, oh, so when they start talking, it's like, so you married?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. How did you guys meet? So if you think like that,
Mm-hmm.
but in this very sincere way, you're going to connect a lot better.
Yeah.
Than probably you're at. And so because now you're building light. There's a psychological principle. It goes, the more they talk, the more they trust.
Yes.
And you didn't get them talking. And you know what somebody's favorite topic in the world to talk about is?
Themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you missed an opportunity to get them to talk.
Yeah.
Because then, so once you get them talking, that's the first part. Because remember, there's 4 parts to an announced presentation.
Yep.
Do you know them? You said, yeah, like you do.
4 parts?
Yeah. Do you know the 4 parts? You just want me to tell you.
You can tell.
Yeah.
I've heard them.
I know. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm just messing with you. It's like messing around with you because you're Jake.
I'm the newly Patriots fan.
There we go. Hey, not that again. I like your shirt. I got that shirt.
Thank you. Yeah, I like it.
All right. Academy? That's where I got mine. Academy Sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
I know.
Yeah.
Great deals.
Great place.
All right. So the first part of an in-house presentation is going to be rapport. That's what we're talking about now. Being excited. Oh my gosh, you're kidding me. So serious, I mean, like you're getting into their story. What's happening is it's connecting them and they're starting to like you. Okay. The second part is their why. All right. All right. Well, cool. Well, shoot, I could, if you'll let me, I'll talk to you guys all day. I know you got better things to do than talk to little me. Where is that form that you guys sent in? All right. Oh, here we go. Pull it out.
Yeah.
When you sent this in, who was thinking about who? Just gonna start talking.
Yeah.
Like who, what were y'all worried about? A lot of times, I mean, sometimes it can be like a commercial you see.
Yeah.
Sometimes somebody in your family or a friend dies.
Yeah.
Sometimes you feel a little tickle in your chest.
Yeah.
It's just heartburn, but it got you thinking.
Yeah.
It's different for everybody. Who was worried about this? I was. Okay, tell me about it. Now we're going past. We're looking for life insurance. Tell me about it. It's an open-ended question.
Yep.
Tell me about it. What was your main concern? I just want to make sure that he's protected. Okay, why? Because I love him. And that's what we're looking for.
Right.
We're looking for that.
That connection.
Yeah. I don't know how well my voice is coming across. I forgot to do an audio check. You learn how to go down on the, so just go down on the microphone and see if the green thing's going up and down. It's okay. I mean, if it's not, I don't even need you to change anything. All right. So the third, so that's number 2 is the why. First is report. Second is what it's, you can see audio volume things. Second one is the why. The third one is budget. So once you get a firm why out on the tail and it's an emotional why, now you're moving on saying, all right, guys, well, shoot, it's obvious you guys love each other. I mean, it's apparent just looking, sitting next to each other. Giggle, giggle, giggle. Good.
Yeah.
You're connected. But I'm sure your budget's probably important too, just like everybody's, right? Okay. I don't want to be the guy that sits there and tries to high pressure you with like some high payment. That's literally not what I want to do. I would like to help you if I possibly can. So as crazy cool as it sounds, if we go get $1 million or 500,000 or whatever, what the real thing, it's almost like, what's that? I'm into photography a little bit. And they always say, what's the best camera you can use? The answer is the one that you got with you, right? So the real answer to this stuff is really which one fits inside your budget more than anything else. Right. Because even, and you might agree with me, tell me if you do. I mean, even getting something's better than nothing at all, right? You just bought in. Like, yeah, that's a setup you just bought into. Okay, cool. So what I'll do, did you put any ballparks together about like either kind of what you're thinking about in terms of what it covers, or just like kind of a price in your head that you don't want to go over? Because I don't want to be that guy. I really want to try to help you. If you have any numbers like that in mind, they may tell you, they may not say, okay, how about this? I'll kind of start putting some stuff together. If it's too high though, can y'all just promise me to say that price is a little high? Kick me, slap me, I don't care. I know we just met, but treat me like family friend or something, okay? And just tell me, and we'll adjust some things. I just want to make sure that we get you some good coverage that you will get approved for and that you can afford, okay? And then generally what I do, if I don't get a budget, just based on our our regional average is around $65 here in the state of Florida. Just I've been tracking it for like a little over 10 years, and it's 65. I know the national's 85. That is including places like the Northeast and California. Here in the Southeast, $65. Yeah. So I always try to I play around with it, but I'm trying to put packages together where 65 is my midpoint if I don't have anything to go with. Yeah. Then you put it together and say, all right, well, what I'll do is I'll put a couple together. Just promise me. If you see something too high, instead of saying like you need to think about it over the weekend, just tell me now. Say hey, it's a little high. Yeah. Let's fix it and let's get you guys covered. Does that sound fair? Yeah. And now I actually moved into well, no, that was budget. Right. Here's the thing. Closing is the fourth part of an in-house, and it is a skill. Social interaction, small talk is a skill. Getting the why out is a skill. Budget sensitivity is a skill. Yeah. And closing is a skill. Yeah. Those are the 4 major parts of an in-house presentation. All right. And so you got them down saying, all right, this is kind of what I came up with. Again, if you want to adjust something, just let me know. But let me ask you a question. If we could get you approved for any one of these, which one would make the most sense to you, budget-wise too, most important? Well, I think the middle one. Okay. Let's give that one a shot and see. Do you have your driver's license? That's a close. It's moving into action. Because sometimes people get here and they want to keep talking or keep asking questions. This is not the time to make conversation. It's time to move. Let's get action going. So that's how to close. So if they hem and haw, phrases like, you know what? Hypnotizing. Hey, you know what? Why don't we do this? Let's see if we can get you approved at like the basic level. And that way we're not having to put a whole bunch of money down or get drafted or anything like that. And then if you decide that this is something, a route that you want to go, we'll have 30 days to increase it. Does it make more sense maybe to start off a little low to start with? Yeah. Okay, you have your driver's license? It's moving to close, it's moving to close, it's moving to close. I lead the witness if I need to, but I always ask a question, does that make sense? You tell me. I'm just saying, anytime I want to tell them something, I want to make sure that I ended up as a question. So, and then you got the whole herd mentality thing. You know what a lot of people kind of in similar situations our clients do? I've found a lot of people start doing this, and I lay it out. Does that sound good to you guys too? Two is an important word because it plays into that I'm like everybody else mentality. Yeah. Is that okay? So it maybe makes sense to maybe start with that and kind of go from there if we want to. See if we can get you approved at that level. Okay. You have a driver's license? Does this help?
Yeah, absolutely. The getting the deeper rapport, just really digging into them more and things. That's probably the biggest struggle. Not struggle, but just the part that I just don't spend the most amount of time on.
And you're not alone. This is normal. I mean, what you're doing though is you're coming in and getting correction, which is not as normal, unfortunately. I'm trying to make it more normal. I want everybody to feel comfortable coming in getting corrected. Yeah, this is as bad as it gets. I mean, I don't know why people shy away from it. It's like, I'm actually nice. I don't get off on making people feel bad. I want to help them. I really, really do.
Absolutely.
And so I've had appointments where all I've done is had good rapport, screwed everything else up, and I closed it because they like me. It's like the most important aspect. So I'm just a super nice, genuine, real person. I don't have a pretense about me. I try not to. I don't want to be fake. I want to be authentically me, who I am. And then I just I'm honest with them. Hey, budget. It's a sticky subject, I know. Like, whatever. Just be you. Talk to them like they're your friends. Yeah. So that's important. But if you can get those steps down, it's cake. Yeah. So, we can go through the other appointments, but I think you've already kind of hit the nail on the head a little bit. Until you're working on those a little bit more, there's almost no reason to even go through the other ones. Because if you're not getting rapport, like I'm just asking you some super basics. How long have they been together? How'd they meet? How long has the other guy been married twice? You don't know basic rapport questions.
Just get to know them.
Yeah, rapport is not what a lot of people think it is. It's not just getting in there and having a good time and feel like, oh, we laughed together. All right. Yeah. What can you tell me about them? Right. Incidentally, recruiting's a lot like this too.
So you give buyer's remorse.
Yeah.
Well, when you run into
people have a harder time quitting on somebody they like versus some generic salesperson.
Sure. The only other one was lady just didn't have her account number and it was after hours. So.
Go back. Did you set up a time to go back? That's the biggest. What's that?
We had numbers, like we exchanged numbers.
No, that's not. I mean, that's like giving out your business card. Hey, call me. Okay. Yeah. Oh, no problem. Do you have a weekly schedule that you hear? Set the appointment. Say, I'm going to put you down for same time next week, or do you want to do a little earlier? Yeah. Okay. I will see you then. Don't forget about me. Cool. That's it, bro.
Awesome.
All right. Does that help?
Absolutely.
All right. And Kyle, we're just kind of working on Phone Script Live, right? Yeah. All right. Short hot seat session today.
Cool. Thanks, Chris.
You're welcome, buddy. I like those shoes. Patrick? Peter.
Peter.
Almost had it. So close.